You are turning into 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Bình Phước Radio, Television, and Newspaper. You are with me, Wang, and now are the headlines as usual. Conference discusses well-being of trade union members. Department of Planning and Investment sees remarkable success. President hosts Chinese party official. Vibrant flowers join still figures in exhibitions. Standing Deputy Secretary of Bình Phước Provincial Party Committee Huỳnh Thị Hằng emphasized the importance of aligning employee well-being with business growth objectives at a conference on January 10th.
The conference was hosted by the Executive Committee of the Provincial Labour Confederation for the third time in its 2023-2028 term. Deputy Secretary Hằng urged trade unions to fulfill their responsibilities in representing workers' rights and interests and to enhance connections between workers, businesses, and authorities. Specific measures were proposed to invest in the establishment of the trade unions in industrial parks and localities. The Provincial Confederation of Labour successfully achieved all 13 assigned targets in 2023. Numerous support activities were carried out, providing assistance to workers with funds totaling over 45 billion Vietnam dong. Delegates at the conference discussed measures to create stable employment opportunities, reduce job turnover, and promote the growth of union membership and grassroots trade unions.
The Bình Phước Department of Planning and Investment recorded remarkable achievements in 2023, contributing to the successful implementation of the Local Socio-Economic Development Plan, a conference on January 11th held.
The department effectively advised on the province's socio-economic development plan, which resulted in economic growth of approximately 8.34%. Annual per capita gross regional domestic product, or GRDP, of the province exceeded targets to stand at nearly 94 million Vietnam dong. Planning work for the 2021-2030 period with a vision to 2050 also received approval from the Prime Minister. Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee Trần Văn My urged the sector to continue its efforts to successfully complete the assigned objectives in 2024. Key areas of focus include advising on provincial planning work for socio-economic development and conducting comprehensive evaluations of public investment capital sources.
An industrial extension project has made a notable impact on empowering and encouraging businesses and production establishments in Bình Phước to invest in modern machinery and technology.
In recent years, through national and local industrial promoting funding, numerous industrial establishments have received assistance for investing in machinery, equipment, and production expansion. The assistance has been particularly focused on businesses in cashew processing. Looking ahead at 2024, 10 industrial extension projects are expected to be carried out. On the 25 businesses that have registered to receive assistance, 70% are in cashew processing, which is a key sector in Bình Phước.
Moving on to the top stories around the country. On January 11th, President Võ Văn Thưởng met with Li Shulei, a member of the Politburo of the Communist Party of China Central Committee and head of the Publicity Department of the Party Central Committee, who is on a visit to Vietnam.
Appreciating the significance of the Chinese party delegation's visit, President Thuan affirmed that Vietnam always welcomes leaders of the Chinese party and state as well as Chinese agencies and localities to visit Vietnam. The two sides should promote good traditions and increase exchanges, contacts and meetings at all levels in order to realize the common conception reached by the top leaders of both parties and countries, he added. Li Shulei spoke highly of the host leaders' opinions on promoting cooperative relations between the two sides, as well as his suggestions on improving the effectiveness of coordination between the Commission for Communication and Education under the Communist Party of Vietnam Central Committee and the Publicity Department under the Communist Party of China Central Committee. the two departments will further strengthen coordination and exchange of experience in cultural and ideological work and increase the popularization of the friendship and cooperative relations between the two countries, he noted.
Vietnam wishes to foster cooperation with India and its Gujarat state in particular in the area of the Indian side strength and Vietnam's priorities. Vietnamese Deputy Prime Minister Trần Lưu Quang made the remark while addressing the 10th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit on January 10.
The Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit was conceptualized in 2003 under the visionary leadership of Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, the then Chief Minister of Gujarat. This year's biennial event drew the attendance of Indian leaders and businesspeople, and guests from more than 100 countries. Deputy Prime Minister Quang stressed the importance of topics discussed at the summit focusing on the theme of gateway to the future, such as green economy, circular economy, digital economy, e-commerce and smart city. He also shared Vietnam's long-term strategies and plans in these spheres, and the target of raising the digital economy's contribution to national GDP to 20% by 2025 and 30% by 2030. Later the same day, Quang delivered a speech at the Vietnam-India Business Forum, in which he emphasized that the bilateral economic cooperation has yet to match the political ties between the two countries.
2023 was a challenging year for the Vietnamese automobile market as sales fell 25% year-on-year despite a 50% cut in the registration fee from July 1st.
Members of the Vietnam Automobile Manufacturers Association sold only nearly 302,000 vehicles in the year, with the sales of domestically assembled automobiles declining 20%, and the number of imported completely built-up autos dropping 32% to over 120,000. Experts blamed economic headwinds caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and unprecedented socio-political developments across the globe over the past time. Earlier, the association described the registration fee cut for locally made or assembled cars and increasing demand in the end of the year as a driving force for auto dealers and producers to regain sales growth momentum. In fact, the auto market saw a rosy recovery in December, the last month that the government's registration reduction was applied, with more than 38,700 units sold, up 39% from the previous month.
Nearly 3,000 Vietnamese firms have received codes granted by China, enabling them to export farm produce and food products to the Chinese market.
In the last 2 years, Vietnamese firms have received 3,013 codes in line with the regulations on farming region supervision origin tracking of farm produce, under China's Orders 248 and 249. There are currently 14 types of Vietnamese agricultural products officially exported to the Chinese market. They include dragon fruit, longan, rambutan, mango, jackfruit, watermelon, and others. According to the Vietnam Sanitary and Phytosanitary Notification Authority and Inquiry Point, SPS Vietnam, under the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Vietnamese firms are now paying more attention to registering to export to the Chinese market. In 2024, relevant authorities will continue to update draft notices on food safety measures and animal and plant disease safety, as well as warnings from trade partners and the World Trade Organization members, and inform relevant units.
Within the nostalgic ambience of the 22 Hàng Buồm Cultural and Art Center in Hanoi, the artwork of architect Professor Hoàng Đạo Kính and architect Dương Nguyễn Huy are being showcased at the Flower and Steel exhibition.
The 30 paintings on display were meticulously crafted by Professor Hoàng Đạo Kính over the final 3 months of 2023. The paintings boast harmonious colors brimming with light and life. These paintings created an intriguing contrast with modern shapes soaring gracefully against the angular iron and steel backdrop designed by architect Dương Nguyễn Huy. As someone deeply committed to heritage conservation for over 50 years, work by Professor Dr. Architect Hoàng Đạo Kính, where the flowers on still lifes, using subdued or vibrant colors, still bears a touch of nostalgia. Meanwhile, Hui's work are crafted from rough, fragmented pieces of iron. He embeds profound philosophical ideas and deep perspectives on the vast universe within these iron blocks. The natural fusion of paintings and sculptures and the perspectives of the two architects from different generations has given birth to unique and surprisingly interesting artworks.
And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next time.